industry. So this is how the peanut brittle looks when it's...
Byron Hall says he's learned a lot these past few years. Not only has he learned how to manage a peanut brittle business since around 2018, but he's also learned how to manage his anger.
The anger came with a lifestyle. The anger came with me waking up being mad because I couldn't afford things. Couldn't afford breakfast for my family.
Hall says his struggle to control his temper was a result of childhood trauma. Growing up in the Bronx, he experienced multiple adverse childhood experiences, including divorced parents, abuse, neglect, and incarceration.
Crime, alcohol, drugism, people getting beat up, people getting mugged, people getting shot. Those things were becoming the norm to me.
Childhood trauma can be profound and long-lasting, the effects of which Hall says he only realized later in life through the help of the Rural Opportunity Institute.
I didn't know it was traumatic as I was going through it. These were just the norm as I was going through it. So until I got older, until I had kids, that's when the word trauma came up. And then I had to really look at the word trauma and feel the effects of it on me and see what it done to me.
Hall now mentors low-income teen parents and helps them overcome trauma through resiliency training. He says on top of the childhood trauma they've already experienced, most of his students are wrestling with the trauma brought on by the COVID-19 pandemic. One student suffered because he couldn't afford taking online classes at home.
And he was going to school off his mother's phone and using that as a hotspot, and then their cell phone bill got so high the kids stopped going to school for the rest of the year.
Hall says traumatic events like these can drastically affect a young person's future.
It made me become a bitter, cold person, non-empathetic, and non-caring. I didn't care about myself because I was fighting invisible holes in the system that I didn't know I was falling into, but I had to climb my way out because I didn't have no role model, just to guide me.
Hall says his work helping others has given him greater strength to make a difference and helped his family at the same time.
It just changed my life. It just gave me a relationship with my daughter that I didn't have. Trying to crack the mind of a 13-year-old girl is hard. And me being a young man, I grew up so rough, I didn't know how to talk to my daughter. I didn't know how to communicate.
Hall launched a podcast in 2020 to help kids cope with trauma. And he's hopeful the more communities identify signs of it, the brighter many futures will be. For NC Impact, I'm Evan Howell.